Hey everyone, and welcome back to GoHighLevel 360. In this video, I'm going to take you through how you can start sending via SMS within your GoHighLevel account. So to get started, the first thing we're going to need to do is create a toll-free number and register that number. So we're going to want to go down to the Settings tab of our account. Now, before we begin, it is helpful if you already have your business profile settings filled out. So if you haven't done this already, go ahead and take a minute and fill out your general information, your business physical address, your business information, and your authorized representative. Now, even if you don't have a registered business, go ahead and make sure you choose your business type and your business industry, as well as making sure you check my business is not registered and your regions of operations. And make sure you do hit update information after you've completed each individual box. If you do not, it will not save your work. So go ahead and make sure you have that filled out. Next, we're going to go into the phone numbers tab. Okay, for this, as you can see, our A2P registration has not been done yet, and there's no phone numbers associated with this account. So what we need to do is we need to add a number. Go ahead and select Add Phone Number. Now, the reason we're not purchasing a business number is because we cannot send messages from it until we are A2P verified. So to start sending right away, we're going to go ahead and get a toll-free. So let's go ahead and select Filter. And let's go ahead and type in the beginning 3 digits of a toll-free number. So if you don't know what these are, you can go ahead and search on Google toll-free number area codes, and it'll give you a few different options. So once you've inputted this, you're going to go to where it says Match To, and you're going to select first part of number and then hit Apply. Okay, now this is going to tell you the type of number is toll-free, and you can go ahead and scroll through these and select which one you would like. Now, note over here on the side where it says price, so this $215 is going to be not just a one-time fee, but it'll be an additional monthly fee. So it'll charge you immediately $215, and then you'll go ahead and pay $215 every month that this phone number is attached to your account. So we're going to proceed to buy. Okay, now that we have purchased our toll-free number, you'll notice here that it tells us that our toll-free number verification is required. So we're going to go ahead and select verify this toll-free number. All right, and it's going to take us into this little box. So we're going to follow the step-by-step questions that it asks. So first off is the legal entity name. So go ahead and put in your legal entity name here. Next up is your website URL. Okay, go ahead and put in your first name and your last name, as well as your business email. And your phone number. Now, messaging toll-free verification. So for this, you're going to want to put in your business location. And then from here, we will continue to messaging use case. Okay, now that I've inputted my address and I went ahead and select to continue to messaging use case, now we are going to select what we are going to be using this phone number for. So first off is our estimated monthly volume. It gives you a few different options here. I'm just going to select 10 because this is a demo account. Next up, it's the opt-in type. So this is how people opt in to receive messages from this phone number. So go ahead and select one of these. I'm going to select web form because most of these are going to come in through Contact Us or just a web form in general. Next up, we have use case category. So for this one, you can read through and you can select multiples of these. So for instance, account notifications, these can be notifications that are going to be sent to your team, your staff, letting you know, if somebody's reached out to you or if something needs to be done. You also have customer care, so this could be like for support, if you're going to be using this number to communicate with people via support issues on your business. And then marketing, so this would be specifically for sending marketing SMS messaging. And obviously you can read through these and select which ones would work best for you. Next up, we have opt-in workflow image URLs. So for this, all you're going to do is you're going to type in the URL of the website page that you have where somebody can opt in via a form or a calendar link, just anything like that. So I'm going to put in that, and I will also add my demo link. Okay, now let's continue to use case description. So for the use case description and the messaging content, there are people that use ChatGPT templates. You can use those. I've used them, and I've also done it the way I'm about to show you. What I've found is it's not necessary to use templates. So it's really easy. All you need to do is look at the examples that they provide, read through these, and select the one that you think would work best for you, and then go ahead and paste it in. All right. Next up, we have message content. So for the message content, we're going to see example again, and we're going to select one of these, and then we're going to go ahead and paste it in. Now we're going to make a few adjustments to the example they gave us. So for instance, obviously your name may not be Adam and your company is not LC Phone. So what you're going to do is you're first going to add in an introduction to the contact. So you're going to say, hey, and then we'll put in Jane. It's important to note also that you cannot use custom fields or values when you're inputting this information. Otherwise, you will immediately be rejected. So make sure that you're saying, hey, Jane, or if you're adding in an appointment date or time, make sure you're saying, tomorrow at 5 p.m. instead of the custom field that you would normally use in your automations. And this would be the same for when you fill out your A2P, which we'll get to in our next step. So we're going to put, hey, Jane, this is, and then go ahead and put your name to introduce yourself, or your authorized representative name if you're filling this out for somebody else. And then go ahead and put your business or company name. That way they know who this is coming from. Now for this, you can either leave this link in here and change it to your booking link, or you can go ahead and remove the link altogether and just leave it as a question. And then next up, the final change we're going to make is where it says reply stop to cancel. We're going to say reply stop to unsubscribe. Okay. Now read over one last time. It looks good. We're going to go ahead and select I agree to the terms of service. And then we're going to send information for verification. All right, now as you can see, our verification is in progress. So the next thing you need to do is you need to submit your A2P registration. So go over here, hit this little red button right here. It's going to take you to the Trust Center tab on the top of your page. As you can see, we haven't started the brand or campaign yet, so we're going to scroll down to Start Registering Now. Now for this step, if your business entity is registered, meaning you do have an EIN number, you're going to go ahead and make sure this is selected as yes. And then the same thing down here, make sure it says yes, this business I'm registering has a tax ID. Now, if yours does, again, this is important that you have already filled it out in business profile because it'll make going through these steps very easy. It'll already have the information you need pre-populated. So for this one, yes, my business is located out of the US, and no, my business I'm registering does not have a tax ID. So go ahead and hit continue. Okay, if you already have your business profile filled out, you will not need to put information here. It'll auto-populate. I do not, so I'm going to go ahead and add this in here. Okay, next up, your business address. I did have this filled out. It auto-populated. You just have to hit continue. And now it's going to ask for your authorized representative. Okay, go ahead and select their job position and hit continue. Next up, it's going to ask you what your brand type is. If the business you are doing this for is a registered business, you'll have an option of low volume campaign versus high volume campaign. For me, because I am a sole proprietor, it doesn't give me that option. So I basically only have one option for the brand type, which is a sole prop brand. Now I'm going to select I acknowledge here, and then I'm going to hit continue. Next up, it's going to ask you again for your brand name. And it's going to ask you for your industry. And then this phone number here that it's asking you for is the phone number that is going to send you the A2P OTP verification. So basically this message is going to simply ask you if you submitted this and to reply yes to confirm. So all you need to do once you get that message is reply yes, and it'll notify you that your campaign registration is in progress. Now, if you are filling this out for a client of yours, I would recommend using their phone number and having them respond yes to it, because you can only use one number so many times when you're doing A2Ps. So make sure that you use their number. All right, next up we have campaign details. So for the campaign use case, my option is sole proprietor. Again, if the business you are registering does have an EIN, you will have other options here that you could choose. Next up, we have use case description. So for this, we're going to do the same thing we did with the toll-free number. We're going to go over to see examples, and we're going to select one of the 3 examples they give us, and we're going to paste it in. Okay. Next up, for the sample message 1, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy one of the examples. Go ahead and paste it in. And now we're going to make the same adjustments that we had made with the toll-free. So we're going to say, hey, Jane. Okay, we're going to leave it like that, and then we're going to change this to unsubscribe. And then we're going to add in a sign off. So we're going to say thank you. You can do thank you, or you can just say thanks, and then go ahead and put your business name again. All right. Now the reason I'm doing this is because you'll notice in your settings of your account, if you scroll down, it'll have selected where you're automatically required to send out reply stop to unsubscribe in your first initial text, as well as the thank you with your identification name. So I just add this in here as well. I've gotten flagged for not having it in here when submitting A2P, so I recommend you do add that. Next up, for the sample 2 message, let's go ahead and see the examples, and let's go ahead and copy one of them, paste it in, and then we're going to do the same thing we did at the top here. So we can just copy our intro and then paste it in here. Next up, where it says we are confirming your appointment tomorrow at 9 a.m. So again, make sure that you are not using custom values. This is perfect. And then we're going to add in the same ending message that we have in our first message. Okay. Now for this, I do not have any embedded links or messaging in this text message, so I'm going to go ahead and unselect these. If you are using the examples where they do have a phone number or a website link, make sure when you copy and paste these in that you put in your website link or the phone number that they would use to call you back. That way it's more accurate. And then in that case, you would make sure to have these selected. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Okay, now for our final step, this is going to be the user consent. So how do leads/contacts consent to receiving messages? Let's go over to see example, and let's copy the example they give. And let's go ahead and paste it in. Now for this, make sure you replace this link with your website link. Now this can be your home, this can also be your contact us page, or if you have a specific landing page that you're using to capture this information, you can put that link in there. Next up, it'll say additionally, end users can also text start to, and then this is a random phone number. You're going to want to go ahead and put in your toll-free number or the phone number associated with your business, or you can go ahead and remove this altogether. Next up, for opt-in keywords, it gives you two basics, so start and subscribe. If you're a company dealing with something specific like solar and you're doing promotionals where somebody can reply solar to opt-in, you can go ahead and add that keyword in here. Anything like that, you can go ahead and add in here. Now for your opt-in message, you're going to go over to see examples once again, copy what they have and paste it in. Now for this, you're going to want to replace where it says company underscore name with your company name. Okay. And then we're going to leave this the same, and we're just going to add in our sign off. All right. And that's pretty much how you do that. Now we're going to hit continue. Okay, and as you can see, we have successfully submitted our A2P brand registration. So as soon as your brand is approved, it will then go to approve your campaign. Now you should receive an email. Well, you should receive the text first asking you to verify that you did in fact submit this for registration, and all you're going to have to do is reply yes, or your client will reply yes. From there, it will give you updated emails on if your campaign is still in progress, if it has failed, or if it has been approved. So just keep an eye on your email, that way you can stay up to date with it. So now that we have that finished, we can go back to manage numbers. You may have to refresh your page. Okay, and as you can see, our A2P is in progress. If it has failed, it will notify you, and then this banner will also turn red again like it was at the beginning of this video. And then once you're approved, it will be green, and it'll tell you that you have been approved. So once this has been approved, you can go ahead and add a number, and then at that point you can add an actual business number. So go ahead and look at the area code in your location and then choose a number from there. Now additionally, I have been getting pop-ups on some of my accounts that are already A2P verified, asking them, telling them that they need to register their A2P or register their toll-free number, even though they already have done that. So I think this is just a fail-safe that GoHighLevel is doing. So you may be receiving those on some of your accounts. Just make sure you go into phone numbers and check that they are actually registered. And then if they are, just notify them that they don't have to follow those instructions, that it's just a pop-up just as a reminder. So that's pretty much how you start sending right away. If you have any questions or need help setting this up, please feel free to leave a comment below and I will get back to you and see if I can help you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, leave a like or leave a comment. Thank you for watching.